Hey, Jamie, I think we have all seen it. Food banks and nonprofits have really been lifelines for hungry families across this region during the pandemic.
A nonprofit called Farmer Frog in Snohomish County also has been doing what it can to help feed people who are in need. But leaders in Snohomish County worry that their mission of goodwill has grown too large and is now causing big problems for neighbors and a nearby nature conservation area. K13's Steve Kiggins is live with more this afternoon. Steve, what are you learning?
Yeah, Jamie, let's set the scene here. What you're looking at behind me here, this is Farmer Frog's distribution area. This is where they put together all the food that they kind of hand out to folks who come here seeking it. Well, the county alleges that this portion of the land is actually not part of the lease, meaning that the farm is not legally allowed to use it this way. But that's just one problem. The other problem is this parking lot here. If you can look and see the state of this parking lot, look over here, Frank. You can see these giant potholes. These things are enormous, deep, and full of rainwater. The county says these are the direct result of big rig trucks that are being used to help facilitate this operation over here. Not to mention, this parking lot is not intended for this farm. It's actually, this is the parking lot for a trailhead here at the conservation area. And the county says, look, this is really the way that this is operating. The county says it's almost like this has now been transformed into some industrial park.
Do you know how many you're getting?
We could use 15 or 20 or whatever the car can hold.
The fresh food then is going to be important.
This is the only time that they get it is from you.
Amy Drackert began volunteering at Farmer Frog when the pandemic cut back her hours at work.
This is just a little bit of help that can get them through the worst times.
Today she helps load food for other volunteers who then distribute that food inside neighborhoods that have need. That's why Janice Richardson keeps coming back.
I just wanted to do the little bit that I could do.
Farmer Frog leases this portion of land from Snohomish County for its educational mission. A pandemic expanded that mission. Leadership at the farm says it helped feed 2 million people locally and beyond last year. But it's these big rig trucks here to accommodate that mission's expansion that leads the county to worry the farm is violating their lease.
We are not in violation of our lease agreement.
So
yeah.
Why are we here?
You ask Snohomish County. You ask Snohomish County that. Anybody else would be proud that they can participate in a solution-focused effort right now that is bringing so much relief to so many people.
So we did. We spoke with the agency's leadership, but our interview was interrupted by more trucks.
And so we do want to work as quickly as we possibly can to have this intensive use removed from the site. You're seeing truck after truck pull in. I understand it's important work, but this is completely an inappropriate site.
The county offered a place for the farm at the fairgrounds, but the farm says that option costs too much and it's only temporary.
I think we can get one, and that's going to be it.
LaTanya Dubois says her truck will feed hungry families in Skyway, in King County and beyond, but she worries who might suffer if the farm has to close.
So many families, not just here in Washington, so many families, so many tribes, so many BIPOC communities, so many elder people. It's bad.
So many people that are already marginalized.
People that are already marginalized, disenfranchised, haven't been getting the fresh food and produce that they need anyway.
Snohomish County said the farm needs to vacate the property or face possible legal action. But those running the farm say they're not ready to stop, and they wonder what the county might do if she doesn't scale back their mission.
It can impact this too. I don't know where they're going to stop. Where is the county going to stop?
Well, that was the question. Where is the county going to stop? At one point earlier today, we reported that the farm here was ready to hold a candlelight vigil out here. It's in form of protest because there were accusations that they were going to start to battle each other through the legal realm. Well, we've just heard from the farm again late this afternoon who tell us they've postponed that vigil because, according to spokesperson with Farmer Frog here, they've come to at least a potential agreement with the county. They tell us that the farm and the county will meet next week with representatives from this operation and the operation there in the county to talk about how to hash this out. Not to mention that meeting could also include community members, folks who use and benefit from this food distribution center. Now, we've also reached out to the county to confirm that. It's after hours. We've yet to hear back, but we'll stay on top of it. For now, we're live in Snohomish County. Steve Kiggins, Q13 News.
Hey, it's an important